Hello, gorgeous humans. Um, so, good morning. I wanted to jump on and just, I guess, portray a sense of humor in. I had a comment that someone left on my video yesterday um, on YouTube, and they're like, oh, it was interesting because it seemed as though it felt more comfortable for them to put a label on. You know, they said spirituality is like a new religion, like it's like a religion. And to which I sort of said, well, no, it depends on your definition of it all. But basically, like a religion is usually a set, you know, it's usually quite set and fixed in what it is that you believe and that sort of thing. There's not, when it comes to religion, there's not usually a whole lot of individual autonomy, spiritual autonomy in a religion. It's like this is what the religion believes, and so for some people that's actually an awesome thing for them because they feel safe in that structure. For other people, it feels a little confining because maybe what they're wanting to believe is outside of those bounds of like that are sort of stipulated inside of religion. And this person was like, oh, well, you know, there are so many religions out there. I'm sure that your beliefs fall under one of them. And I was like, wow, I don't really think that they understand exactly where I'm coming from. And I said, like, my spirituality is as individual as I am. And in actual fact, even with people who are in religion, the way that they perceive things, the way that they actually believe things, whilst it may be aligned with, you know, at the basis, this religion, it always has its own perception and variant. So whether we like it or not, the spirituality that we hold, and that's in a religion, not in a religion, the spirituality that we hold is as individual as we are. So, but what I am referring to most of all with authentic spirituality is not confining yourself to one sort of set of belief systems, but allowing yourself to sort of evolve and to change. And that's one thing that I was really scared to do in, you know, whilst I was attending an organized religion, just entertaining different ideas. Even just the idea of entertaining different ideas felt as though it would possibly threaten my faith. And in all honesty, my faith was everything to me. Even the research that I did came from a place of wanting to increase my faith and stay inside of that religion because it was all I knew. It was so comfortable. I loved it. I actually loved it. Hindsight, though, I was definitely not as happy as I am now. Like 100% definitely not. I was doing everything that I thought was required for happiness, and I felt a sense of happiness and fulfillment in that. But the happiness mainly came from me feeling as though I was hitting these set milestones that were set out for me. And stepping away from church, one of the biggest terrifying things for me was, how do I guide myself? Because I've been told the whole way along what looks right, what looks like, you know, this is what it looks like to be a good person. You have, you know, in order for you to get to heaven, you need to kind of satisfy these, you know, set things. And I satisfied all of those, but I still felt out of alignment, which is why I then started to really strengthen my connection with my creator. That's what bore that, because I'm like, well, oh my God, if I'm supposed to be doing the right thing, I don't even know what the right thing is for me. I honestly thought I would never be happy again, because that's kind of what I'd been told. People who leave the church aren't happy. And I actually found the opposite. And me placing a label on myself seemed to limit me. And I didn't want to be associated with that label anymore because it didn't feel aligned to me. So when someone else comes along and sort of like, let's put a label on it, I don't really feel as though that aligns with me, because I don't see myself in a label, because I allow the not knowing. I allow that because I don't know everything. We can't know everything. So in order for me to allow the not knowing, that in itself was kind of going not really in alignment with the church. And placing a label on whether I was atheist or agnostic or all of that, I was like, do I need labels? Really? Do we really need labels? Because at the end of the day, labels are only for other people. It's not for us. Like, we don't have to necessarily label ourselves like hippie. Hippie is going to mean something different to every single person. Spiritual is going to mean something different to every single person. Religious is going to mean something different to every single person. It does not. It's labels are for other people. They are not for us. So trying to fit into one certain type of a label will actually limit your evolution. It'll limit and contain exactly the potential that you could actually be kind of realizing in some ways. So yes, this is a little bit of a ramble. I hope you've enjoyed it. But really consider opening yourself up to being more than just a label, to fitting inside of someone else's label. And if they feel like labeling you, just don't own it. You don't have to. Like, this person wanted to try and label me, and at the end I was like, sweet, if that makes you feel better, go for it. But it says more about you than it does about me, because that's kind of how it is. I don't label myself. I feel like I'm spiritual in the sense of the word that I define that as. And other people can be what they want to be. And that's okay too. And they can have a label or not have a label. And personally, I like the idea of not having a label. Because if your energy introduces yourself before your words do, is it possible that we can exist without a label? Is it possible that we can just feel into each other's energy and then learn about each other in a different way without having to slap labels on everything? Because I feel like that's so old, the whole label thing. I feel like we're moving in a different direction. I hope you've enjoyed the ramblings. Oh my gosh, these morning musings. But yeah, let me know, do you feel comfortable with having a label? Would you prefer not to have a label? What would it look like if you decided to not label yourself? I love you so much. I'm sending you so much love and bliss, and enjoy the rest of your day.